Hello and welcome to section 5, the COPA report. COPA stands for Controlling and Profitability Analysis Report of SAP ERP System. It is one of the modules of the SAP ERP system and it is widely used by all the customers. Now before actually we dig into the COPA, we will take a look at how a normal transaction happens, and if you were to look into the cost and the sale price and the margin and the profit, how would it look like? Then we will compare this with the COPA report. Now let's say that your company sells merchandise and you want to sell a t-shirt. Let's say the unit price of a t-shirt is $10. Now if you sell 10 t-shirts, you get a revenue of $100. And let's say your material cost is $1, your production cost is $1, your marketing cost is $1, your traveling freight charges are $0.5, sales cost is $2, the labor is $1, variance is $0.5, and miscellaneous is $0.5. So you can easily total this, which comes to 7.5, and then you multiply this with the number of units, and that gives you $75. So it's easy to understand the profits is revenue minus all of this equal to $25. Now this is a straightforward calculation, but when you want to do a detailed analysis of the report, then you break down these costs into different types of costs. Now that's what happens in a COPA report. Now all this information is stored in a couple of key tables like CE1 for actuals. The different costs have been grouped. So for example, the variable costs are material, production, and all your freight, traveling cost. Your overheads are your sales cost and your marketing costs. Your fixed costs are your labor costs. So these different costs have been grouped, and then you try to derive the contribution margin from the net sales. So you basically take the net sales, for example, this is $100, and then you minus the variable costs. Then what you get is CM1. Now you want to get CM2, which is called contribution margin 2, then it is CM1 minus fixed costs. So you do that all the way, then you finally calculate profit before tax, which is CM4 minus non-operating expenses to non-operating income. So this is neatly designed, and it is in the industry standards and how the companies want to see their different costs split up, so they can plug and play their discounts and they can do the analysis on the profit, and they can also improve the processes and be more competitive. If you want to talk about what this report is going to look like, it's going to be basically a comparison or an interaction between the characteristics and the value fields. That's how you build a cube. So your characteristics are going to be, okay, I want to know the sales in a specific country, and then you drill down to a specific state. I want to know the profitability of a specific product for a specific customer. So these all become the characteristics, and the values or the measures in another way of looking at it are the revenues, cost of sales, and things like that. So when these two interact, you get a cube. Let's take a look at how this actually looks like, and I'm going to go to the server to demonstrate how this report looks like in the current SAP ERP system. And some of you will be seeing this for the first time and some of you will be used to it. So for the benefit of all, I'll just go from step 1. So this is our server and this is your SAP Logon. SAP Logon is an application which allows you to interact with your SAP ERP system. It contains different modules and different other artifacts. Let's try to log in. So we have two systems. We are going to use the ECC EHP7. I have to authenticate myself. So I am authenticating myself. And this is the entry point to the SAP ERP system. This is the demo system. And these are all the modules. So let's try to go into our report, which is right under information systems, and then we go to accounting and we go to controlling. So these are the different reports. We are interested in the profitability analysis. So I'm going to go straight to profitability analysis. And this is the function or a transaction which you want to execute to run the report. So I'm going to do that. Now it's asking me if we want to do a costing based kind of a report or an account based report. These are two different reports. Cost based profitability is basically a report which gives you the short term profitability, and it gives you the valuation based on a costing, which is an interaction between the revenues and the value fields. The account based profitability, it organizes the accounts using the account based valuation approach. What happens here is only the permanently reconciled financial accounting terms are visible to you, and plus this can be seen on a longer period of time. So we're going to go with the costing base. So let's go with the costing base. Oops, sorry, I had to select the operating concern. So I'm going to go with this one, and let's go inside. So these are the different reports available for us. I am interested in the actual data. So you click on it. And here we are using the sales organization. So you see that this is a fixed approach. So you have to enter certain details, for example, sales organization, and then you have to enter the period and whether you want to see plan or actual, and then the type of the transaction. And then below you also have an ability to choose graphical or classic approach. So I want to keep it as it is and just execute the report. I already executed the report a couple of times to test it, so it has been indexed and it's much faster. Otherwise this report takes a time, quite a while. And also this is a demo system, so if you actually have to run this in your actual ERP system, it will take much longer depending on how much data you have. So this is the report which we see. So we have the division, and then we have customers, and then we have product. So it's organizing by division. So if you have to drill down into the division, then you get to see the customer, and then if you drill down the customer, you get to see the product. So this is kind of a report we have in the ERP system, and it has a lot of benefits obviously for the legacy systems, and it has been used widely for a long time, but things have changed with HANA, and this report has become much more flexible, and it has become in real time, so you can actually see the actual posting data, and you can interact with measures and characteristics in a much detailed and a more flexible way in real time. So we will see that in the actual report building when we do the exercise. For now, I just wanted to show you how COPA is today without the HANA in this exercise.